high protein chocolate gelato with peanut butter.
Very good. I will take next time twice. Look at this. So you park here. Mama.
And just yeah. So to make, this is a baked cheesecake, and we make our own.
Good, and you? I'm good. Nice. Hello, hello.
How are you?
Can I try the high protein?
High protein?
Yeah, which one is your favorite one?
My favorite high protein and chocolate brownie.
Which one is chocolate brownie?
Chocolate brownie.
This one is high protein.
Yeah, high protein chocolate gelato with peanut butter.
Very good. I will take next time twice. So you should definitely come to this bakery. I will show you a little bit. Look at this. So you park here. And then you see the wild bakery. I will show you around. So they have like amazing food. Yeah, like bakery. Huh? Was für Bananenbrot?
Cinnamon bun vegetable.
So you know how many grams?
Yes. So the recipe I have is a full batch, which gives me 6 ciabattas.
Mama. So TJ,
Yes.
why are you like making the bakery? So what's the feeling?
Why
about
am I making a
Yeah.
bakery? Because when we got this space and we were deciding what we want to do, and I have been a chef for almost most of my life, and we just checked around in Hiriketiya. There's so many cafes, coffee cafes, brunch restaurants, but no one has a bakery.
Yeah.
And then I did a little more research, and I found out that most of the places that have cafes and restaurants, they order their breads and desserts from a different supplier from Ahangamu, from far away, so they are charged for delivery charges on top of the amount that they buy. So I decided I will have my own bakery, and my main goal is to supply for the restaurants and cafes around.
Nice.
And then I have my few tables and display, so whoever walks in is a bonus for me.
Nice.
So that's why I decided to have a bakery.
Nice.
Also, it's so much fun.
Yeah, you love it.
Also, I love it, and it's so much fun, you know.
Nice.
It's like because cooking is simple, you know. Cooking is simple. Heat. You just need heat and ingredients, and then you just have to have a good palate to taste stuff, and then you could cook. You could make anything, you know, pasta or whatever. You could do if you have heat, ingredients, and a good palate. You could cook, but baking is a bit different. It's chemistry, you know. You have to follow the recipe to the dot, because everything has an effect. How much salt you use and how much sugar you use, how much yeast you use will affect what you're making. So you have to be on point. And yeast is like a living organism, so it eats salt and it eats sugar and it grows. That's what makes the bread rise. So how much you use in a recipe affects the final product. So it's interesting.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's more chilled as well. You know?
Yeah, of course, and
It's,
people love it. Yeah,
exactly.
It's like you sell something like happiness, so happiness is coming back.
Exactly. So you work in a busy kitchen in a restaurant. It's fast paced. It's moving fast. You know. It's a hectic environment, whereas a bakery is more chilled. You know. You have to take your time. You can't rush anything. Like for example, these doughs. The doughs that we made, if it needs to rest for 1.5 hours, you cannot change it. It has to rest for 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
If it's off by a little bit, you cannot do it. So it's more about patience and taking your time with it, but and timing yourself also. So that's, I think, more better than, it's more chill. It's great.
So for everyone, you should come to
Wild Bakery.
Amazing.
Alright, so now we are going to plate. We're going to start with
Wow!
help it come together, yeah? Okay, enough. And we wait and we watch. Where's your notebook? Yeah?
Very good.
Where's your notebook?
A czy słyszysz co?
Bravo.
Yes.
Mogę cały to słyszę?
This is our baked cheesecake. We serve it with a passion fruit topping, a passion fruit jam or Kool-Aid if you like to call it. So we use fresh passion fruit, a little bit of honey, some sugar, and we slow cook this on a temperature of 90 degrees for about 35 to 45 minutes on a very slow temperature, that it cooks down to become kind of a jam. I don't want it very solid because I want it falling apart and people to use it. So I do have a display, but I do not display the full cake in our display because that tends to dry it out. So I always have just one piece on display, and whenever someone orders, I give them a fresh piece from my chiller at the back, and the topping is always fresh. So yeah, this is the piece of cake. We cut 8 slices. It's a 10-inch pan that we use for the cake. It gives me 8 slices, and then I have the topping. So topping is like 1 tablespoon or a little bit more. If it's my friends, I give it a little bit more, yeah. So we start from the edges, just on the edges here, and then to the edges. There we go. And you just yeah. So to make, this is a baked cheesecake, and we make our own cheese with local buffalo curd.
Looks amazing.
Yeah, we let our buffalo curd drain overnight, and we make our own kind of cheese for this cheesecake. Yeah, so that's our passion fruit cheesecake.
Amazing.
Yeah, you guys can try.
So right now?
Now we are doing burrata bread.
They need to be only 1 or 2?
It'll be 2.
But right now it's again 1.
But it's getting bigger. Slowly, it will get big like this. So this is our red velvet cake. Red velvet is essentially a mix between a vanilla and chocolate cake.
Nice, yeah.
And we use some red coloring as well. But before we add it to our cake mixture, we let it ferment a bit in some artificial vinegar.
That's why it's red.
And that's what gives it a darker red color.
Yeah.
And there's also some, like I said, it's a mix between vanilla and chocolate. So there's cocoa powder in here as well. So
And what's the white?
The white is also cream cheese. It's a cream cheese filling that we make with ourselves. So we use cream cheese, a little bit of vanilla, and just a touch of sugar to give it a little bit of sweetness, because the cake itself is not very sweet. So we serve this as well, fresh always for our customers. We have our cake fresh inside, and then we do the topping. We do the topping per order.
Schatz, danke, bis gleich. Amir, kannst du wieder aufstellen?
So we start with a nice big blob of cream cheese.
Wow.
People like it. Yeah. Be generous with the topping, because that's what makes it. Yeah, that's the top, and then we garnish it with a little bit of scraps from the cake itself.
This is cake.
This is cake, yeah, the scraps from the cake, you know, when it comes out, we cut the top, and when we have some balance, that's what we garnish our cake with.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's just the basic red velvet cheesecake. I think the basic stuff tastes better than exaggerated stuff.
A lot of people like basic, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing.
Yeah. So that's our cheesecake. We serve it. It's same, we cook it in a 10-inch pan.
Nice.
Alright guys.
Alright.
This is Dilmi, one of my best workers, and she's gonna show you guys how we make our cookie brownie sponge.
Nice.
So there's some butter, and she's going to scale some chocolate as well. We need to double boil it. We are using a local cooking chocolate. It's from a local company. Good enough, I guess. So there is butter and chocolate, and are we adding sugar also?
Sugar is inside?
No, sugar is separate. So the butter and chocolate, we want it to melt. So we're going to double boil it in our stove here. We have some water boiling on a very low heat. And we will place this on this and just let it just let it melt by itself. We don't want to apply direct heat to the chocolate, because then it will get bitter and the butter will start getting brown. So that's why we double boil it.
Nice.
And while that is happening, we will scale the rest of the things. Alright, now we are making the cookie sponge for our brownie. And there is sugar and butter. Sorry.
Sugar, butter, and?
Sugar, butter, and now we're going to add vanilla. Use the spoon. A little bit of vanilla essence. Like, normally do it.
Yeah, that's good.
And now we're going to beat this until the butter and the sugar is combined.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to do that. We started mixing mainly with our electric mixer, and then we switched to hand because we don't want the batter to break. We don't want to over mix it.
Yeah.
So now, until we don't feel any more sugar, until it's nice and smooth, and now we're good.
Nice.
Cookie sponge for our brownie. And this is the chocolate and the butter that we melted before. It's nicely melted.
Yeah.
So this will turn into our brownie mix. So we want our cookie and sponge at the bottom of our tray.
Yeah.
So that when it cooks, it rises into the brownie, and we'll have two nice layers.
Nice, yeah.
It's a kind of a tight batter. It's not like a cake batter because it's a mix between a cake and a cookie batter.
Hello. Ashbasha.
Spread it out on our tray. Yeah. We don't want it to be very even or on the same level. A little bit of rough is fine. Because then it'll mix with the brownie batter and give us some texture, you know.
Nice.
So now we are making the brownie batter, but we are not using our electric beater because we want to have some granulated sugar, and that's what gives the crust for the brownie on the top. And yeah, so this is the melted chocolate and butter. Over here we have eggs and sugar and some vanilla essence. And over here we have cocoa powder, fine flour, and some baking powder.
Nice.
So eventually this all will come together.
Nice, yeah. And here this one is the...
And this is the cookie and sponge batter that we have already put in the tray. Now Dilmi will carefully start folding the flour and the cocoa powder mixture. You ready? Very good. We add it little by little, and now she will start folding it, the batter over the flour. This is one reason why we use the fine cocoa powder and fine flour, because it will integrate with the mix easily. Put it into over our cookie sponge.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
And we see us soon.
Yes, we'll see you soon always. You'll be back for banana bread always.
Have a wonderful day.
Yes, you too. Have a good
Shoko. Hello.
Hello.